What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Hobson Outdoors YouTube channel. It has been a minute, and a lot has happened in that minute. I think it's been like 90 days since the last time I posted, and since then I have gotten married. I got the boat done, filmed on it, tried to film on it like 5 or 6 times. Like, I have been trying to make videos all summer, but I get out early, and then either I get out early, right, and I'm just not catching anything, and then by the time I am, my phone's already dying, or I get out late and I just catch like one fish. So it's been pretty rough getting the boat dialed in. Well, she is dialed in. It's pretty rough been getting a bite dialed in. Been going out to Devil's Lake a lot and not having a whole lot of success out there. But what we do have today is actually a subscriber suggested video, which I will be doing more of. So if you have a bait or something you want to see used to see if it'll catch pike, let me know in the comments and I'll try. But today I got asked to use something ultra realistic, and this is about the best I have in any of my boxes for the most realistic bait I have. And if this doesn't work today, this is basically the only thing I have. The only other thing I have in there is a whopper plopper. So it's either this or nothing. I do have some wacky worms, but I don't have any hooks to rig them. So this guy better catch me some fish. Obviously we're out here at the coulees today, because where else would I film a challenge video but the coulees? And if you guys did see, I tried to post a rubber ducky video. I made a bunch of rubber duckies into baits. I'll probably post a picture of that right here. It got copyright struck, and I had already deleted the source videos, so I couldn't go back and re-edit a new one. So I will be doing a 2.0 of that video, and I'll probably have a bunch of cuts in there from the original video of what they did and why they may or may not have worked and may or may not have caught giant pike. So we'll see how that goes, but today we're doing that ultra realistic bait. Now it is real windy today. We're looking at about 18 miles an hour, so I might not even take this out. I just kind of want to see how this goes. I'm actually going to put you guys up in my chest and then we'll keep on moving here. Just kind of want to see how this thing works. I bought this bait, you guys can see here in a second, it's H2O Express. I bought this while I lived down in Texas and I never really used it. So we'll definitely be seeing how she rocks today. I assume it's real heavy, so I assume it's just gonna probably sink real quick. Yeah, it sinks pretty quick. But she swims good. I've got an ultra long steel leader on there. I bought these steel leaders when I made the rubber ducky video, and I haven't really had a good chance to use them. There are crappies in here too, so that should make this bait all the more effective, hopefully. Or people tell me there are crappies in here. If you guys have watched this winter, you guys would know I have not caught crappie out of this area, but it actually, okay, it's heavy and it likes to sink, but it swims pretty high. I know I caught weeds on that one, but that's not a good representation of how the bait actually swims. Sinks fast, but it prefers to swim high. There we go. He doesn't feel big. Definitely not a horribly big fish. Also, I left my net up at the truck. So, good job, me. Bam. You know your pike is big when you can flip them. Come on, steel eater. Get that grab. I hate dealing with this specific size of pike because you know you're going to get caught. Here, get them up over by the truck and we will grab some pliers to deal with them real quick. I didn't figure with a bait that looks like that and swims as good as it does that it would take too horribly long. The pliers are attached to the kayak, so there we go. First little fish here. Now that we've caught one, I'll get the kayak in the water and we'll get moving. These clouds are dropping a little bit of rain on me. Oh, there's a frog. I knew I should have brought some frogs out here. That's the only other thing I do have that I would say is probably more realistic than not. Is some hollow body frogs. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of cover in my truck for just a second and then we'll get the kayak out and get it moving. But now we have proof of concept. It is official marling bait style. Not forgetting this. Now, you guys may remember this net as the net that lost me a couple of fish because of the hole in it. So I zip tied the hole shut and then caught a pike. Or no. Yeah, no, it was a pike. Last time I was out with my dad and then he made another hole in it. Right here. So the old net, she ain't doing as well as she once was. But hopefully she can still hold a fish. Oh! This right here, pike catching bait. You know, this might do it. I'll grab those wacky ones. Just, you know, just in case. I know it may not exactly be true to the video, but frick. Who didn't like to see people catch stuff on wacky worms? If we ain't catching anything, the pike will hit a wacky worm. It may seem counterintuitive to what most people think a pike would hit, but there's that. Grab that pack of worms real quick. It's a mess back here, don't judge me. My favorite color, June bug. Always got these things on me. And forget, I'll grab that whopper plopper too real quick. Just, you know, really even out my odds. This one's custom painted. I'll link the guy that did these ones in the comments. I was supposed to do a video on him a long time ago, and then the rubber ducky thing happened, and I had a really decent video with that, and then that got copyright stricken. So a lot of things that never were, but should have been. There we are. There we go. We got to catch at least one bigger fish today with this thing. So whoa. Right as I went to jig it, dude, got freaking obliterated. I don't know if he's any bigger. He's definitely spunky. How about we don't go crazy? I just feel like that's probably generally better for both of us. Okay. The last little guy I caught like this. just worked real well to push it right back and out. Although this guy's not really opening his mouth at all for me. Alright. There we go. Beautiful little guy. He's probably no bigger than 18 inches. Well, he might be 20. But not a big pike by any means. Get this little guy back in the water. Swam right off. Now I got to try to get all the way back up there. He bit like he was a lot bigger than the last one. Also, my least favorite thing about pike is they always bend out your freaking treble hooks. I usually end up replacing them because they get bent so much. There we go. There's that. Well, that's the second pike on this freaking swim bait. I might do more swim bait videos. I've always wanted to get into swim bait fishing. I'm not going to take a cast for it. Oh, yeah, I might as well. I've always wanted to do. That was the worst cast. I could still pick up a fish coming up over this weed line, but yeah. I'm just going to start at the top again. Get flipped around here. I was starting to get into swim baits while I was in Texas. That's why I have this one. But then once I got up here, swim baits are freaking expensive now, dude. When I bought that one, it was probably $7 or $8. Now they're like 15 to 20. So, nothing but excuses, but hey, at least I know that. I think the wind is worse than when I got out here. Like, I'm moving at a good paddling pace, which is not freaking ideal. And that was while I was dragging all of the reeds to slow myself down. It has been a minute since I've stood up in this kayak. Oh gosh. This is not okay. Okay, that's better. This kayak is not the best for standing anyhow, but trying to stand up in the wind. I don't know what happened to the shoreline right here, but it got screwed up. There. All right. That's a lot better. There. the ability to just stand still and cast, way better than doing what I was doing. All right, that's not my bait. That's a fish. I was on the phone with my wife and then just screwing around over here, seeing what I couldn't catch. And I was throwing the wacky worm, and I kept on getting hit, but it was obviously bluegill hits. And so I tied on that little Mr. Twister that was in the back of the kayak, just to see if they would hit it, and I still wasn't getting like full bites. So I started tearing it down into smaller pieces, and this is what finally did it for them. I literally just have the tail on here, and I'm just reeling it real slow. And they seem to be all over that. Show you guys. Now it's worth mentioning that these bluegill are like stupider than stupid. I don't think they've ever really seen bait, so they've got no clue. Other than when I'm out here fishing for them in the wintertime, they don't really get fish super heavy. Who knows, I might not catch another one, maybe they smartened up, but... Oh gosh dang it. And if you're wondering, yes, I still do have my steel eater on. Why? Because at any moment a pike could swim through here. And I guess, you know, that is just a hook, but it's still worth keeping. And the bluegill, if anything, just look at it as, yeah, I just got hit. Just look at it as a little flash. They don't even care. Not even a little flash, that's a big old flash. Alright, I came up here to the west pond. It's really hard to get into any of those other ponds, and if I'm not going to launch a kayak in them, which I'm not today, I don't even know if it's worth it. But we will try to do something about it here. See if I can't catch a fish. If I can't, then it is what it is. We still got a video. We still proved that pike will eat these. And who knows, maybe I'll go out on the boat tomorrow and throw this little jointed swim bait around a little bit, but as for right now, we have proven that at least dumb pond pike do like swim baits. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you've stuck around this long, I don't imagine the video is too long, but I don't think that was really a fair shake on that jointed swim bait. But we'll get back out here maybe on a day where it's more calm, and I'll throw it into the mix-up of baits that I use now that I know the pike don't have a problem hitting it. So, but I only maybe got one bite out here, and not really gonna sit here and hound it too long. Plus, I've only got 7% battery left, so there's that. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Sorry for my hand in your face just a second ago. And follow your dreams, because you could be out here in 20-mile-an-hour wind getting blown around in a kayak when you have a boat at home and could have taken your boat out. So yeah, see you guys.